Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adisty Nurjanah. I'm from Group 2. I'm the host of this video conference. Today, we will discuss the topic of if clause, the usage, types, and how to write them. Today, I'm not alone. I'm with my friend Kharisma Romadhon, who acts as a presenter, and Vera Kristina, who acts as a moderator. Therefore, we'll invite the time and place to Kharisma Romadhon as a presenter.
Thanks to Mrs. Adisty as our host today, who has given me the opportunity to continue the series of events this morning. The topic that we will discuss in the discussion is about if clause, the usage, types, and how to write them. I'm Vera Kristina as the moderator to guide the course of discussion. Yes, happy audience talking about if clause, just like Indonesian. English also has a conditional sentence. Then, what is the conditional sentence relationship with the if clause and how to use and read it? Therefore, let us look at the presentation of material from Kharisma as our presenter.
Good morning, Mr. Dwi and my friends who have been pleased to attend this meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is an honor for me today to be in front of you to deliver a presentation. The topic of my presentation is if clause, the usage, types, and how to write them. Hopefully, the presentation will going well. In this presentation, I will cover three main points. First, definition of if clause. Second, various type of if clause with example, and third, function of if clause. So that will be the overall structure of my presentation. And now let's move on to the first point. First, I would like to talk about what is if clause. But before we discussing what is an if clause, we must understand what conditional sentence is. What is conditional sentence? Conditional sentence is a sentence in English used to express the position, desire, or possibility. What is if clause? If clause is one of the clauses used to create conditional sentence. Jadi, if clause itu adalah salah satu klausa yang digunakan untuk membuat kalimat kondisi. With pattern, conditional sentence equals if clause plus main clause or otherwise. Example, if you don't study, you won't pass your test. Kalau kamu nggak belajar, kamu nggak akan lulus tes. Or, you won't pass your test if you don't study. Kamu nggak akan lulus tes kalau kamu nggak belajar. Okay. Next, various types of if clause. There are 4 types of if clause. The first, type 0, general, truth, or fact. With pattern, if plus simple present tense, simple present tense. Second, type 1, possible situation in the present or future. With pattern, if plus simple present, subject plus will plus bare infinitive verb 1. Type 2, unreal or impossible situation in present or future. With pattern, if plus past tense, subject plus will plus bare infinitive verb 1, and using fact. Fact is using simple present tense. Type 3, something didn't happen in the past. With pattern, if plus past perfect tense, subject plus would plus have plus verb 3, and using fact. The fact using past tense. Okay, for example, if clause type 0, general, truth, or fact. Ngomongin sesuatu yang nyata, benar, dan fakta. Okay, with pattern, if plus simple present tense, simple present tense. Okay. Clause is if plus simple present, main clause-nya simple present. For example, first, if we heat the water, it boils. If is if plus we heat the water is simple present tense. It boils is simple present tense. Okay, example in if it is rain, it is wet. If is if it is rain is simple present tense, and it is wet simple present tense. Okay, if I eat a lot, I gain weight. If plus I eat a lot, simple present tense, I gain weight, simple present tense. Okay, more example. If my grandmother comes over, we usually go to the park. Jika nenekku datang, kami biasanya pergi ke taman. Okay, example number 2. If you are 17 years old or older, you are allowed to have an ID card. Jika kamu berumur 17 tahun atau lebih, kamu boleh mempunyai KTP. Example number 3, if you don't water flowers, they die. Kalau kamu nggak nyirami bunga-bunga, mereka mati. Okay, next, if clause type 1, possible situation in the present or future. Ngomongin kemungkinan yang terjadi sekarang atau nanti. With pattern, if plus simple present, subject plus will plus bare infinitive verb 1. Okay, example. If it rains, I will not come to your house. If is if. It rains is simple present. I is subject plus will is will plus not come to your house is bare infinitive plus verb 1. Yeah. If I study hard, I will pass the exam. Okay. If is if, I study hard is simple present, I is subject, will is will, pass the exam is bare infinitive, verb 1. Or you can using pattern 2, cuma dibalik aja, berarti subject plus will plus bare infinitive, if plus present tense. For example, I will pass the exam if I study hard. Okay, I is subject, will is will, pass the exam is bare infinitive or verb 1, if is if, plus I study hard is present tense. Okay. More example. Okay. Or you can using if plus simple present and main clause is simple future. If my grandmother comes over tomorrow, jika nenekku datang besok, we will go to the park. Kami akan pergi ke taman. If you don't go right now, jika kamu nggak pergi sekarang, you will be late. Example for 3. If my mom knows that I don't study, kalau ibuku mengetahui bahwa aku nggak belajar, my mom will ground me. Ibuku akan menghukumku. Okay, next. If clause type 2. Okay, unreal or impossible situation in present or future. Ngomongin apa sih? Ngomongin sesuatu yang tidak nyata atau belum tentu terjadi di sekarang atau nanti. Di pattern, if plus past tense, subject plus bold plus bare infinitive verb 1, and using fact. The fact using simple present tense. For example, okay, if I won the competition, I will buy a new cell phone. Fact, I don't win the competition. Okay, if is if, I won the competition is past tense, I is subject, would is would, buy a new cell phone is bare infinitive verb 1, and using fact, I don't win the competition. Jika aku memenangkan kompetisi, aku akan membeli HP baru. Tapi faktanya, aku tidak memenangkan kompetisi itu. Example again, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a new car. Fact, I don't have a lot of money. Wait. If I had If is if, I had a lot of money is past tense. I is subject. Would is would. Buy a new car is bare infinitive verb 1. And using fact, I don't have a lot of money. More example. If clause, if plus simple past. Main clause present conditional. First, if we live closer to our grandmother, kalau kita tinggal lebih dekat dengan nenek kita, we would see her often. Kita akan sering melihatnya. If I were you, jika aku jadi kamu, I will go to that university. Aku akan pergi ke universitas itu. If I were rich, jika aku kaya, I will travel around the world. Aku akan keliling dunia. Okay, next. If clause type 3. Something didn't happen in the past. Sesuatu yang tidak terjadi di masa lalu. With pattern, if plus past perfect tense, subject plus would plus have plus verb 3, and using fact. The fact using past tense. Okay, for example, if I had studied hard, I would have passed the exam. Fact, I didn't study hard, and I didn't pass the exam. Okay, pembahasannya. If I had studied hard, past perfect tense. I is subject, would is would, have is have, pass the exam. Verb 3, pass. Fact, I didn't study hard and I didn't pass the exam. Okay, for example, if plus past perfect mean clause perfect conditional. Okay. If I hadn't quitted my job, jika aku nggak mengundurkan diri, my life wouldn't have been this complicated. Hidupku tidak akan serumit ini. Okay. If I brought an umbrella, jika aku membawa payung, I wouldn't get wet. Aku tidak akan kebasahan. If I worked harder, jika aku bekerja lebih keras, I would have got promoted. Aku akan dipromosikan. Okay. Next. Function of if clause. There are 5 functions of if clause. First, as suggestion, as reminder, as expressions of imperative, as expression of general truth, as expression of dream. Okay, first, a suggestion, used to provide suggestion. With pattern, if clause, the subject plus should or ought to or had to or had better plus suggestion. Digunakan untuk memberikan saran. Example, if you are tired, suggestion, you should take a rest. Okay. If you are tired, if clause, subject you, should plus suggestion is take a rest. Okay, example again. If you have a lot of money, suggestion, you ought to share to the poor ones. If you have a lot of money is if clause. Suggestion, you is subject, ought to, the poor ones is suggestion. Ought to the poor ones. For example, again, if clause, if plus simple present, main clause, should or ought to or had better, plus simple present. Okay. First, if you don't want to get sick, jika kamu nggak ingin sakit, you should take a break and get some rest. Kamu harus berhenti dan istirahat. If you don't want to get lost, jika kamu nggak ingin tersesat, you ought to be with me. Kamu sebaiknya bersamaku. If you don't want your mom get mad at you, jika kamu nggak ingin mama kamu marah ke kamu, you had better finish that homework. Kamu harus menyelesaikan pekerjaan rumah itu. Okay. Second, as reminder, used to indicate a warning. Digunakan untuk menunjukkan sesuatu peringatan atau mengingatkan. With pattern, if clause plus subject plus have to or need to or must. Okay, first, for example, if you want to pass the exam, reminder, you must study hard. If you want to pass the exam, if clause, reminder, you is subject must study hard. Okay. If you want to get a lot of money, reminder, you have to work harder. If you want to get a lot of money, is if clause. Reminder, you is subject, have to work harder. Okay, more example. If clause, if plus simple present. Main clause, have to or has to or must plus simple present. First, if you want to pass this test, kalau kamu ingin lulus ujian ini, you have to study hard. Kamu harus belajar keras. Atau belajar dengan bersungguh-sungguh. Okay. If she wants to be good singer, kalau dia ingin menjadi penyanyi yang bagus, she has to practice a lot. Dia harus banyak berlatih. If you don't wanna be late, kalau kamu nggak ingin terlambat, you must go earlier. Kamu harus pergi lebih dulu. Next, as expression of imperative. Used to tell people to take an action. Digunakan untuk menyuruh orang untuk melakukan suatu aksi. With pattern, if clause plus verb, imperative sentence. Okay, example number 1. If you don't want to be late, imperative sentence, get ready soon. If you don't want to be late, if clause, and get ready soon. Verb, imperative sentence. If you are tired, imperative sentence, go to bed. If you are tired, go to bed. If you are tired is if clause. Go to bed is verb imperative sentence. Okay, more example. If clause, if plus simple present, main clause verb 1 plus object. Okay. Example number 1, if you don't want to be late, get ready soon. Kalau kamu nggak ingin terlambat, cepat-cepatlah bersiap-siap. If you don't want to get wet, get the umbrella. Kalau kamu nggak ingin kebasahan, bawalah payung itu. If you want to know him more, follow him on Facebook. Jika kamu ingin tahu dia lebih banyak, ikuti dia di Facebook. Next, as expression of general truth. Used to state facts or general truths. Digunakan untuk menyatakan fakta atau kebenaran umum. Pattern, if plus simple present tense, or future tense. For example, if you don't water flowers, they die. If you don't water flowers, if plus simple present tense, they die, simple present tense, or future tense. If you boil water, it will evaporate. If you boil water, if plus simple present tense. it will evaporate. Simple present tense. Future tense. For example, if clause, if plus simple present, main clause simple present plus simple future. Okay, example number 1. If you are 17 years old or older, you are allowed to have an ID card. Jika kamu berumur 17 tahun atau lebih, kamu boleh mempunyai KTP. If you don't water flowers, they die. Jika kamu tidak menyirami bunga-bunga, mereka mati. If you boil water, it will evaporate. Jika kamu merebus air, air itu akan menguap. Okay. Next, as expression of dream. Used to denote something that might happen later. Digunakan untuk menunjukkan sesuatu yang mungkin terjadi kemudian. With pattern, if clause plus present tense, future tense using will or going to. First, example, if I have a lot of money, I will build a big house. Okay. If I have a lot of money, if clause. If clause, I have a lot of money, present tense. Future tense using will going to, will build a big house. If you come to Bali, I will meet you there. If clause, you are tired. Oh, kayaknya ini kesalahan. Maaf. I will meet you there. I will meet you there. Future tense using will going to. For example, if I had a lot of money, I will build a big house. Jika aku punya banyak uang, aku akan membangun rumah yang besar. If I become a teacher, I will be a good teacher. Jika aku menjadi guru, aku akan menjadi guru yang baik. If you come to Bali, I will meet you there. Jika kamu datang ke Bali, aku akan menemuimu ke sana. Di sana. Okay, thank you for attending this meeting. For your attention and see you next time.
Well, we have listened to our presenter who has delivered the material. If anyone wants to be asked, please ask. The presenter will answer it. Do you have any question?
Yogi Erlangga, do you have question, Yogi?
Kenapa, Pak? Kok saya, Pak?
You have question?
No, Pak. No.
Or advice? The question? May I ask question?
Maybe Alifian, Pak.
Hello, Miss Moderator. Can I ask question?
Yes.
Well, can you go back to example of if clause type 3. Go back to the slide.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute.
Okay, if clause type 3 is okay, stop. Example.
Example. Satunya apa yang ini, Pak?
Yang no, yang tadi. Go back.
Ini.
Okay, yes, stop. Okay, stop. You see the example number 2 and number 3. Okay, I think these 2 examples are not to the first example number 1. In example number 1.
Number 1, okay.
In example number 1, if I hadn't quitted my job, but you wrote it, example number 2, wrote, this is different.
Pak, nggak kedengeran.
Example number 2 and number 3 are not past perfect. Get it?
Oh, yes.
Yes. What do you think about that? Am I correct? Am I correct?
Pak, boleh diulangi lagi apa enggak? Enggak kedengeran, Pak.
Okay, so can go. Okay. An example of it type 3.
Yeah.
There are differences between example number 1 and number 2 and number 3.
Yeah.
Example 1. Okay. This is past perfect. If I hadn't quit my job. But in example number 2 and number 3, if I wrote and if I work harder, this is not past perfect. What do you think about that?
Bentar, wait. Oh, bukan past perfect, soalnya itu nggak ada had or have, had and will have.
Yes, I think. Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you. Maybe you can offer question.
Jadi yang nomor 2 sama 3 itu enggak termasuk past perfect ya, Pak?
Yeah, I think.
Karena
I think yes.
Ya, Pak.
Okay. You can ask your friend if they have question.
Any
Any
question?
question for audience?
Yogi sungkan ini nggak tanya ini. Yogi, come on, Yogi. Please ask question, Yogi.
Ayo
No.
Yogi, ayo Yogi.
No, sir. I don't have any question.
Okay. May I say my final statement, my comment? Well, very good presentation. 2 thumbs for you.
Thank you,
You can
sir.
explain. Good.
Apa Pak? Nggak kedengeran.
Okay. This is very good. You can explain the material very well. You get it?
Apa Pak? Nggak kedengeran.
Don't forget
Yes.
this, and you can upload this onto your YouTube account. But if you don't want to upload onto your account, you can submit to me the video and will upload onto my YouTube account. This is up to you.
Yes, sir.
Whether you want
Yes,
to
sir.
put this on your account. Okay.
Okay.
So that is
Yes,
that's it
sir.
for me. Very good. Don't forget to screenshot picture. Foto dulu.
Ayo Pak.
Or you can close and we take picture.
Thank you, Kharisma Romadhon, for explaining the material of the IF class well. And that's it, what we can convey. Apologize. Apologize if there are words more or less. Apologize. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ayo foto dulu.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Saya kan nggak hidupin kamera kan Pak? Fotonya.
Foto.
Ayo Pak gaya.
Mana wajahnya Yogi ini nggak kelihatan, Vera?
Yok, ayo Yok.
Nggak ada Pak, Yoginya nggak ada, ini Erlangga Pak. Ini Pak.
Yogi ngelawak Pak.
Kita,
Ini
Yoginya lagi keluar, ini Erlangga Pak yang ngambil Pak.
No.
Oke. Screen capture ya.
Ya.
Nanti di-share di grup
Memang
ya.
Kak on itu. Web.
Pak,
Ini nanti rencananya di-upload di YouTube-nya siapa?
YouTube saya kayaknya, Pak. YouTube saya, Pak.
Oke, nanti linknya di-share di kantong tugas ya.
Ya, Pak. Pak, jadi foto apa enggak?
Iya, di foto lah.
Ayo, Pak.
Foto nanti kirim di grup.
Satu, dua, tiga. Sudah, Pak.
Oke, very good. See you.
Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.